Hello and welcome to another episode here on Kapp Tech. Today we're going to look at Marseilles, Illinois, a sensitive subject. Now, I'm from Ottawa, right down the street from Marseilles for those of my friends in southern Illinois. Marseilles would be to Ottawa what like Oakdale would be to Nashville. I'm not from Marseilles, but I'm from the area, and I think somebody needed to make a video about it. It's always been a fascinating place, and I had a request here on Facebook to make it, so I'm going to take a stab at it. Now, before you guys jump to any conclusions, I think Marseilles gets a bad rap, and I've made I got 69 other videos in the catalog, and I can't believe that I haven't had a chance to make this one yet. Super Bowl Sunday, I hate both teams, so why not focus on a Marseilles video? First, let's start with a few facts just to get warmed up on Marseilles. Marseilles has 2,045 households with 1,327 families in the city. It has an average density of 278 people per square mile. It is named after Marseille, France, which, as you can tell, it looks exactly like, minus the ocean. Oh, I think that's Bluff Street up there. No, wait a minute, it's not. But it's called Martucky often because it is compared to both Kentucky and Marseilles. The class of 1991 at OHS, a couple years ahead of me, were the first to merge into a graduated or consolidated class with the Marseilles kids. Before that, they used to fight each other out on this halfway point, which I hope is now used for romance, but I've seen some folks camping out there that didn't look real friendly. Now, I'm not going to have an advertiser this episode, but I just wanted to say rest in peace to my old friend Brian, college roommate who was from Marseilles. Turns out that my current legal counsel, also from Marseilles, you guys might know him over there. I'm not going to mention his name, but he won like the Christmas tree contest all the time. Anyway, as long as I'm in this tangent, here's some other videos about the area. And then I wanted to start out by talking about how my Ottawa life kind of spilled over into Marseilles. First, you all know my brother Rudy there on the right by now. He lived in Marseilles on a horse farm and also lived at the four-star marina, which I guess would be halfway, where Heritage Harbor is now, halfway between Marseilles and Ottawa. At least stayed out there. I don't know if they really liked us out there, but they let us stay there. Anyway, those are my first memories of Marseilles, kind of living in the back of that bar/marina. But they've only gotten better and more interesting over the years, as illustrated here by the hailstorm I'm driving through in the few months period of time that I actually owned a Benz. Great idea. My other spillage into the area was my buddy Rockhard, who worked at the infamous box factory till it closed down, I believe. Marseilles is known for some pretty interesting products, such as making boxes and mattresses. They're also known for this flooding that's happened. That's pretty horrible in the area, where a bunch of barges crashed into each other. Made the local, if not national news, but some sad flooding ensued. But the area continues on. But not everything in this video is going to be such a downer. The Lions Club in Marseilles is like the most fun place to see a wedding ever. They have a wedding which will probably not be very pretentious at all, and they have a bar right next door, which is awesome. Marseilles also has the memorial wall down by the river, and they also have Sam's Pizza, or had Sam's Pizza, which is truly awesome, and really enjoy it. It is kind of weird, though, the amount of National Guard people that are around. Sometimes it feels like you're out at a bar or a restaurant and on a weekend, and that you're the only one that's not like on active, on reserve duty that weekend. But we appreciate their service. It just kind of throws an interesting vibe to the nightlife at times. I strongly suggest Babaluke's, and I strongly suggest the Snug Harbor as well, which can be accessed by the river. Been a few years since I've been in Mrs. T's, but I remember, well, or don't remember, a few times I had in there. And I also wanted to mention that at the lounge, you can order, in Marseilles, you can order a burger that is comprised solely of bacon, which is a beautiful thing. I don't mean it has bacon on it, mind you. It's comprised of bacon. They also have a Illini Park, which has some boat docks and camping spaces. They were in the news recently for the ex-police chief, now ex-police chief, taking some supplies that weren't being used. It's only like $1,500 value though, and it sounds like somebody kind of set him up from what I can tell. But since he's the police chief, he'll have to, use that experience to learn how to investigate it. I think the bigger conspiracy in Marseilles is what happened to the cab company. It seemed like the police kind of wanted to put it out of business, and that kind of hurt a lot of the businesses that are open at night, if you know what I mean. Anyway, even though you won't be able to get a cab tour from it, the Marseilles Fun Days are a pretty fun mix of kid-appropriate fun and, shall we say, non-child-appropriate fun. If you get a little extra time, they did try to sell this school off. It looks like they got some lawn furniture in front of it, and then this Browns, it always bothered me that the W was a sideways E, but looks like they're out of business, so it's not even worth putting it in the video. I also wanted to talk a little about Orange Avenue. Now, as a 40-something-year-old male, my information's a little dated here, but I believe that Orange Avenue in Marseilles would be the equivalent of like 12th and Chacon in Austin, if you guys are reading between the lines down there. Wanted to talk about other couple items here. The 1921 Nabisco building was the largest industrial building in the state outside of Chicago at the time, and the first air-conditioned factory in the Midwest. Nabisco was a major employer in the area, but ceased production in 2002. Marseilles was named by a man named Lovell Kimball, and is situated on the Illinois-Michigan Canal. Pretty little town, and I encourage you to visit it. Hope you liked this video. Please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Highly doubt anybody will go to the Patreon page and give me any money, but, I guess I've been more surprised. So at least I wanted to beg you to subscribe. I'm going to try it with a baby, then I'm going to try it with a dog. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to show up with beer, I guess. The end. Thank you for watching this video.